Hello, welcome back here at Metalhead Nation Garage. I'm Chris, your host. Hey, give a thumbs up if you like the channel and subscribe. And we're going to get right to the news today. We'll talk a little bit about some Lynyrd Skynyrd. Gary Rossington making the rounds, the only original member of Skynyrd left, and was talking like we all thought, that the touring band with him now is a tribute band. Which it is, but and with some family members in there too. But hey, they're one of these bands I never seen the original Skinner. Wished I had. I haven't seen this touring band of Lynyrd Skynyrd. It doesn't intrigue me anymore. But let me tell you, I do love the old Lynyrd Skynyrd music. That came out years ago. Of course, Freebird, but I like a lot of the other songs too. You got Give Me Three Steps, and the albums that came out. Simple Man, which is really good. Sweet Home Alabama, of course. Tuesday's Gone. Call Me the Breeze. That Smell, the Ballad of Curtis Lowe. I mean, some of these are great songs and stand the test of time. Lynyrd Skynyrd came up in that time, down in the South. They was country rock. A lot of people called him rock and roll, kind of like the Charlie Daniels things. A lot of people called him country, called him, rock and roll. It just, whatever you choose to put them in, it doesn't really matter. But the music has stood the test of time, right? I mean, gee whiz, they have a history there. Who knows when this touring band will call it quits. I mean, Gary, he's had about maybe three heart attacks on this current band, so take some times off, kind of like Mick Jones with Foreigner. That's he's calling it quits on reasoning of his health problems. But these guys, they've been around forever, and like I said, the music can stand the test of time. It's a really good history per se for Lynyrd Skynyrd. The documentaries they put out is really good to do the history of it, and but for them, they came out Jacksonville, Florida. Started around the late 60s, 70s in that era, coming from the 60s, the hippie movement, the, folk music, and then Jimi Hendrix kind of changed everything with that. Getting that guitar going and being loud, and then the 70s came. You had Skynyrd, Aerosmith, VH. I mean, a lot of great bands. Thin Lizzy was one of them. You can't beat that. Going with that, but again, old Lynyrd Skynyrd, they're touring. If you like this band, get out there and see them, because they won't be around long, that's for sure. Moving on to YouTube. U2 may not be big fans of them. Big band, though. Came from Ireland. The drummer came out saying when they tour in 2023, Mullen, he's not going to be with him. He is a co-founding member for the band U2. He just says, he's breaking down. He's COVID's did a lot of things for musicians and people all together. You close down, you stay at home, you find things to do, you find things to work on, and he found things over the years of touring that his body's broke down and things, and just the current state out there touring now. He said he just don't get him wrong. He said he loves the band. He loves the creative thoughts. He loves everything about it, but he's just not up to touring with the band. So kind of interesting thoughts there. So he said he don't know if he's leaving the band, but it's a possibility. So where do they go from there? U2. I mean, golly, it's I don't know. I like a couple of their songs. Wasn't great big fans of them, but they are a big band worldwide. Again, they're YouTube. So in 2023, the drummer has announced he will not be part of that tour. Moving on, guy I got to see here this past summer with Sammy Hagar was George Thorogood. He announces his 50th anniversary tour. Oh, George, different bluesy type music, which I like. Don't have a problem with it. A lot of people didn't like him when he first came out. He had to just gig, get out there and work and get his music across, and it paid off. I mean, yeah, is he as big as these other bands and things of that sort? No, but he makes a good living on it, and he can fill up a casino or a small amphitheater, type deal, and plays music. And we talked about unique guitar players in the past, Lindsey Buckingham, Jeff Beck. You could put George in that too. He plays a little different. He's got that bluesy, got that slide going in his music, and just a good, fun-loving party type deal. You can't beat that. But again, he's getting out there on his 50th anniversary tour, and it looks like it'll be an evening with George. And it's going to be extensive. It starts in February. It's going to run all year. So if you get a chance, if you haven't seen him, again, these bands here, they're getting older. You never know what'll happen. But fortunately for me, I got to see him with that Hagar show. He played about an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes. It was really good. He put on a real good show. But yeah, if you get a chance, you got to get out there and see him. Moving on to some more news, we talk about Poison. They had this good stadium tour, which I got to see a couple times. Poison, they came out with a lot of energy. I mean, they really brought the people up, standing, cheering, singing. They had some great hits in the 80s. And I like C.C. DeVille. If there is somebody out there that could take over the guitar wizardry of like an Eddie Van Halen, I think it's C.C. DeVille. He also did a tribute to him on his tour. But guy's flashy. He's really good. He's in the pocket, the rhythm. He can do it all. He sings. He singer-songwriter. I really like C.C. DeVille. On that news with Poison, it really doesn't have to do with Poison. Of course, it's about Bret Michaels, which it always is. He has announced a tour, him solo. He'll be bringing special guests Night Ranger and Jefferson Starship. So Night Ranger is really good. It sounds like a good tour. You can. You got a little bit. He's gonna play Poison stuff, Jefferson Starship, which I haven't heard of in a while. I think there's two touring bands out with Starship. Actually, and there's going to be old Journey singer Steve Gregory is going to be on certain shows of this too, so that'd be interesting. I haven't heard of him in quite some time, and kind of Sugar Ray's going to be on there, Mark McGrath. So not a big Sugar Ray fan. I don't know if you guys are, and other things. So that's kind of neat to see. I guess for Starship, like again, I'm not a big Bret Michaels solo guy. I like Poison. I think he's missing a big opportunity with that to put something together with Poison. Maybe some new music, which he said he wouldn't do. But again, Bret Michaels bringing Starship and Night Ranger. Night Ranger I really like. I had some conversations with members on here about... not about Night Ranger, but Damn Yankees. I really liked that band back in the day. Jack Blade is great with Night Ranger. You just can't beat it. I like the drummer. The drummer's a singer-songwriter. So it'll be a good show. I'm not going to say that. again, Jefferson Starship. I think there is like two Jefferson Starships out now that they came out. It's not going to be Mickey Thomas Starship, so it's going to be the two original Jefferson Starships, so original members. So I haven't heard of that, so I don't know. It'd be interesting. I mean, I like Starship. They put out some great music in the day. So again, that'll be it for this episode of Metalhead Nation Garage. Like the channel, subscribe, and leave some comments out there about some of these topics. I did have Dio on here. I did get to see that movie, Dio Dreamers. If you get a chance, it's on Showtime. Wow, it goes back, with the elves and his rise up through rock music. Tells of the rainbow years, which I was interested in, and Blackmore. Interesting thought on that. Blackmore never gave him any creative monies for that rainbow until a couple days after he died. So really incredible how Blackmore was. And everybody talks about how big a prick he was and things of that sort. He didn't give Dio any money until he died. Incredible. I mean, Dio was Rainbow. But all right, that'll be this episode again. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Thanks.